The narcissist and belongings. What you have to remember with a narcissist is every action is a transaction. They don't do anything out of the goodness of their own heart. They do things to deceive people, to exploit people, or because they just feel entitled to other people's stuff. And when it comes to being entitled to other people's stuff, nothing is off limits, including your belongings. Narcissistic people play so many psychological mind games, even with your belongings. Now, they might not outright ask to borrow your stuff. They might just stand there playing the victim of, oh, I've nothing to wear. Oh, that jacket of yours is really nice. Oh, I'd love to be able to. So you offer to loan it to them. So they don't have to directly ask you. You've offered it to them. Oh, I'd love to go golfing, but I haven't got the 9-iron. I haven't got the right clubs to go golfing. So you offer to lend them the clubs. You offer to lend them the money so that they can go. They're going to play the woe is me victim. So anyone with the slightest bit of compassion is going to feel compelled into helping them, into loaning them something. And nothing is off limits. From your money to your belongings, to your home. They will happily just move straight into your home and get their feet comfy under the table. And then it's very, very difficult to shift them back out, not only of your home, but also of your mind, including your vehicles, your cars. They feel entitled to have and use your car. Now, in a relationship, because you can have that give and take and borrow each other's vehicles when needed, most people class this as normal, and to most people it is normal. However, narcissistic people take it to a whole new level. They're trying to validate whether they're more important to you than other things. So if you've arranged something that you need your car for, some of the narcissist is going to have something that they need your car for. And if you're not going to give them your car, then they're going to class this as, well, they're not important to you. They're going to make you feel bad. They're going to fall silent on you. They're going to go all out to make you feel bad for not loaning them your stuff. They're going to project their shame onto you. You might need your vehicle for work. They might need your vehicle for pleasure. You might come up with so many different options that they can use to get them to where they need to be, but none of them are going to be good enough. They're going to put a roadblock in front of each one. Well, I can't do that because of this. Well, if this, then because of this. And if this happens, they're going to put an obstacle in the way of every different option you give them, other than giving them your car. And when you say you need your car for work, and usually you need your car for work because you need to go and get paid to pay for the narcissist stuff. Because your boss, you've made that commitment to your boss that you're going to go in, do a job and get paid. And if you don't go in and do the job and get paid and you're short on money, the narcissist is going to be complaining that you're short on money. But they're also going to be complaining that they're not important enough because you won't give them your car, because they'll feel entitled to it. They are putting you in between a rock and a hard place. They are making you choose what is more important to you, so that the narcissist can feel valid, so that the narcissist can feel like they matter, and so that they can get their sense of entitlement met. They might not even need your car. They're just going to make stuff up to get a hold of your car so they can sabotage you from doing the things that you want to do. And often, if you do loan them your car, they are going to bring it back full of rubbish. They are going to bring it back with an empty tank. They might bring it back with a bump and claim that it was the tree's fault, nothing to do with them. They are going to bring it back in a state. Most genuine people who have a vehicle loaned to them will make sure the fuel is at the same level. They might even go all out to wash it, but they're going to make sure the interior is as clean as when they got it. Narcissistic people lack respect for other people's stuff. Therefore, they don't think they need to clean it out. They don't think they need to refuel it. They think they're entitled to just take it. And if you mention it to them, They'll bring up a time that they helped you clean something, or a time when you left something laying around somewhere. They're going to shame you. They're going to project the shame they're feeling onto you. Now, when they borrow things such as clothing or furniture or any item that is rightfully owned by you, it can be jewellery, it can be sporting goods, they often fail to return these goods. But when you ask them for them, they're going to make you feel bad. They're going to make you feel bad for asking for your stuff. They're going to make you feel confused for asking for your stuff. They're going to make you feel like you daren't ask for your stuff back. They're going to put you, again, in between that rock and a hard place, where you feel bad for not lending them your stuff, yet you feel bad for asking for your stuff back once you have lent them your stuff. You can ask for it back and they can turn around and say, really? I thought that was a gift. I thought you gave that to me. You never loaned me that. No, you never gave me that. Oh, that's mine. That's not yours. How dare you? You really think that's yours? No, that's mine. I lent it to you and you finally gave it back to me. Or they'll return it back damaged, or they'll return it back with something missing and claim that you gave it to them in that condition. When a relationship breaks down with a narcissist, they can keep hold of your stuff, not just any stuff, they'll keep hold of your sentimental stuff. So you are then chasing them to get your things back. And they can be showing other people, saying, look, they're stalking me, they won't leave me alone, look, they're messaging me again, when you are simply asking for your belongings back, things of sentimental value. So you are naturally going to chase them for it, because you naturally want those things back, because you have an emotional attachment to those things, because they have sentimental value, which is why a narcissist is going to keep a hold of them, so that you have to keep chasing them, so that they can claim to other people that you're obsessed with them, when you're not. You're just obsessed about getting your things back, and rightfully so. They're your things and they're your sentimental things. But a narcissist is going to flex. They're going to falsify the information. They're going to falsify the facts to basically lie, so that they can evade exposure. So they can evade the fact that they're not the genuine person they claim to be, while playing the victim or getting validation from others, getting attention from others. Look at how amazing I am. They're chasing me. They really can't leave me alone, when they're just after their things. Or a narcissistic person will leave their stuff, and often it's not sentimental items. They just leave things, because then they can claim that you're keeping a hold of their stuff. You won't let them have their belongings back. And you, because you don't particularly want to damage their belongings, you might be chasing them out. When are you going to collect it? When are you going to pick it up? And if you go and dump their stuff at somebody else's, at their families, or at their new supplies, a narcissist is going to twist this, that you're bitter and you're twisted because you've dumped their stuff, when in reality you've just got fed up of their stuff lying around, had enough, and given it back to them, because they wouldn't come and collect it. Narcissistic people use belongings in many different ways against many different people to sell many different narratives to get their needs met. And they're always looking for a way where they're going to come out smelling of roses and you're going to come out looking like dirt. They're looking to smear your name. They're looking to discredit your reputation so that they can keep their reputation intact. They're looking to shame and blame and criticise and mock and judge you so they don't feel that shame or blame within themselves, so that they can avoid taking responsibility by passing responsibility over to you. When it comes to life in general, do not lend people things that you would like back. There is nothing wrong with creating boundaries about things that you have worked hard for, that you do not want to lose. These boundaries might vary from person to person. You can know some very reliable, honest, trustworthy people and lend them things. If you don't know them, Don't lend them straight away. Get to know people for who they are first, not just who they are with you, but who they are with those around you. And watch out, because narcissistic people are very good at love bombing people into that false sense of security. And then once they've got you where they want you, that's when they go in and take from you. So we don't always recognise the red flags, because the red flags aren't there until after the event, when we can see what actually happened. So don't loan stuff that you would like back. Only loan things where if you don't get it back, it's no great loss, it's replaceable. Also, when it comes to sentimental items, treat them as your sentimental items. There's nothing wrong with trusting others. However, if you don't really know that person, and we can never truly know anybody to an extent, if you don't really know that person, if you don't trust that person with your life, then don't trust them with your sentimental items. Your sentimental items are your responsibility. So you have to make sure that you look after them so that other people cannot take them from you. Now, this can sort of then borderline on to what feels like narcissism, because you'll find narcissistic people on their sentimental items, they're under lock and key. There's extremes that you don't perhaps need to go to, but just be aware of your surroundings, just be aware of people, just be aware of situations. So if there's conflict building, if there's arguments building, don't leave your sentimental items. Take them with you. Narcissistic people, yes, they do this too. They will take the things that are of value to them and leave behind the things that are not of value to them. As I say, the behaviours can be similar. The intentions behind the behaviour is often very, very different. When you're trying to get out of a narcissistic relationship, you're usually running with your sentimental items and leaving everything else to burn with the narcissist. Just don't need those anymore. And you're not going to want them back. You just do whatever you want with them. I'm just not interested. Narcissistic people are going to take their sentimental items and then claim that you've kept hold of all their stuff, including their sentimental items that they've already got. So when it comes to a narcissist, nothing is off limits. They are going to go all out to take your stuff because they feel entitled to it. They might loan you stuff in the first place. But remember, with a narcissist, every action is a transaction. If anyone has any thoughts on this video, please do add those into the comments. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers and your continued support with the channel. It's greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw, and this channel is all about narcissistic behaviour to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. If you are looking for further help and support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and those teachable links are in the video description. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is also in the video description. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.